Okay, I'll start with your introduction. Rashmi is a trained architect with more than 15 years of experience in construction field. She holds two masters, one in construction management and the other one in business management. She is also a mother of two amazingly active kids. With all this, she has an active Instagram and a YouTube channel. It seems a lot to me, but you all will be surprised that Rashmi has recently published her first book, Beyond Busy, where she has crafted practical strategies and insights to reclaim time and energy for busy moms and professionals. I also have the privilege that we both studied together in NIT Hamirpur. Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Nidhi, for such a beautiful introduction. And yes, especially for, taking out time out of such a busy schedule that you are running these days. So it is actually an honor to, carve out these few minutes of our day today and be together to chat about all of this. So thank you so much.
But privileges are, and the way you have we both studied together, and we know, like I know, like from our college days, you were so well planned with respect to assignments, and you know how to manage things well. And I think from there is something which was very natural to you. Planning, management, time management was always very natural to you.
Hmm.
So yeah, I just wanted to understand that with all this busy schedule, work, kids, what prompt you to exactly write a book? And I know that it's a big commitment, so how you manage the time? What was that thing which was there inside you, and you started writing?
Yeah. So Nidhi, I would say that yes, certain things, what happens that other people notice certain things about you very early, right? But as
Right.
you are saying that in college we could see that, organizing and planning all of this was there, but I was not aware that this is something very peculiar trait for a very long time.
Right.
So like that there were many things which didn't occur to me that this is something which is your calling or this is something which you hold so dearly till a very long time in my journey. And as we all know that life is busy, we get busy with the routine stuff, job, home, and all the other things that keep going on in our life. But I must say I was lucky to have a moment in my life, especially during COVID, when I think most of the people were looking for some meaning in their life, trying to, find something, some purpose, or just looking that to make sense of what they're doing and all. So the same thing happened to me, and I went into an introspective journey where I got to realize that okay, these are the core values that I hold very dearly, and then what strengths I have, how I can contribute to the world. So there, this whole thought process started. That okay, what more I can do apart from my regular routine, my job, and the way I'm helping, not helping, but the way I'm nurturing my family. Apart from that, what I can do to add some more meaning to my life. So from there, this thought process started. But yes, formally, I think I started writing the book 1.5 year back only. So because I felt that that was the easiest way for me because I'm working also. It's not that I could do something full time. So book seemed to be something that you can do along with rest of your responsibilities. But yes, as you said, it was a time commitment. So I left myself like open for this thing, that there was no hurry to finish it and be very hard that yes, I have to finish and get published in 6 months or so. Although that was there when I was making that schedule in the very beginning. I remember the flow chart that I had made and the time schedule that I had made, it felt that I can complete it in 6 months. But yes, I was naive. I didn't know what all it will take. So roughly it took me around 2 years. But yes, finally it is there, and I'm very happy that I set a goal and a milestone and I could achieve that. So yeah.
So I wanted to first congratulate you because it's a big commitment, writing a book, having that kind of craft, you know. Many of us have thoughts coming, like we
Yeah.
are good at this, we can do this. But putting it into paper, putting it into a white paper, start writing it, it needs a lot of creativity. It needs a lot of thinking and thought behind it. So first of all, congratulate for achieving it. The other thing I wanted to understand from you, there are many people, you know, you ask them, yeah, I want to do this one day, I want
Hmm.
to do this one day, you know. So first you have conceptualized what you want to do, and then you have managed that time. And I totally understand, as you said, that 6 month was like almost 2 years, but that itself is a big achievement. So can you take us through the process? Like, you have such a busy lifestyle. You are at a very good designation in your profession. So can you take us through the process, how you manage the time, what all milestone have you created in between?
Okay, so yes, so I think the first thing which is most important, and you would also agree because you are running two startups and you are adding so much value to people's life through your content on social media and everything. So you also know that if we have to do anything, achieve anything, the first and foremost requirement is to be clear that why we want to do that, right? So that clarity, that self awareness, I think that is the prerequisite to even start doing anything and reach a particular milestone. It is very important that we should be clear about our why, because when we start a journey, definitely there have to be lots of ups and downs. Your courage, what can we say, that your strength would be tested, that do you really want it. So I think in the first place it is very important to be self aware that what we are trying to do, why we are trying to do that. Because in those moments when we get jittery, when we feel why we are doing it, that is the particular thing that brings you back, that okay, this is why I started in the first place, so let's go on. So I think that is the foremost requirement. And after that, as you said, that how to manage time. So I would like to share this also, that Beyond Busy is actually a reflection of exactly this thing. That if you want to do something truly for yourself and within your busy routine, that what it takes, how we can practically do it. So I have tried my best to distill all the learnings and experiences, and as I have implemented it exactly in the past
In
few
your life?
years. Yeah, so I was very clear about it, that what I'm writing. And when you are doing it for yourself, you don't need to detail it out so much, you just understand and you do. But when you are writing a book, at that time you have to test what you are saying and then break it down to simplify, so that common
People can.
common people, most of the people can easily understand what you're trying to convey. So so yeah, being clear about the why, that was most important. Secondly, I have realized that in our entire day, because you all have 24, we all have 24 hours. So in this time, there are a lot of areas where our time just goes away. There are many things that steal our time, like maybe a negative thought pattern. If we have a rough altercation, a rough interaction with somebody, it takes away our whole day. Similarly, everyone has their own challenges, own internal things which take away the energy, the time. And similarly, our external environments, the distractions, then inefficient ways of working. So I have been a very keen observer in my journey, in my professional journey also, because there are so many people around, and you see everyone has a different working style. So I have always been very inclined towards those people who manage to do their work and also live their life. I have been a slightly biased towards those people. Maybe I was seeking my inspiration. So that those observations, that where are those areas that your time just goes away, I think that is the one thing. If we are able to control even a few of those things, we add up a lot of time in our schedule. Then yeah, managing distractions, that is the biggest challenge today, because once you get into Instagram or watching reels, hours can just go away. So yes,
Totally.
self discipline. And another thing, which I am sure that you will also be, resonating, and you will also be advocating about it, is understanding our biology. We all have a biology. We all have high energy peak hours. So if we recognize that what drains our energy, what are those times when we are at our best, what are those times when ideas just flow in and you don't believe that I'm the same person who was, a few hours back. So that is actually where the magic happens. When you understand that and you're able to align your activities according to that, I think your productivity or creativity, it goes to a peak. So I tried to harness all these things, and then, combine all of that into writing this book. Why I'm able to tell this so clearly, because this is what Beyond Busy is about.
Right,
So
right. This is
yeah.
so beautifully, all these areas you have articulated. Like I probably can understand 4 or 5 areas which you have highlighted, and I think it's a need of time. I work with a lot of busy professional, and the simple word is like, "Hey, I'm
Yeah.
busy," and every time I ask them, like, busy is a very superficial word. You really need to layer it down. Like, what
Hmm.
does that busy mean? Are
Yeah.
you engaged with some work, something
Right.
is pending, something is bothering you, what is it? You probably need to craft it down, because you really need to get into those details, and then only you will get those places where you can improve.
Right.
And I think in today's era, for a lot of women out there, this book is going to be a really a starting point for them to start looking into those 4 areas, 5 areas where they can improve. I
Yeah.
think it is going to be a very beneficial book, and I am, as you are explaining it, I'm just thinking like, okay, once I go to India, so I need to order it so that someone can get it for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's amazing. But I just wanted to understand one more thing. As a mother, lot of women out there, anytime they prioritize themselves, anytime they do something for themselves, there is this guilt cycle
Right.
where they were like, oh, I probably spend more time with my daughter, or I should do something with my son. how
Hmm.
how you're managing that guilt, how you're coming out of that,
Yeah, you
or
have
is it
just
still a issue where you have
yeah,
to
so
struggle?
you have hit the nail right on the head, because this is the biggest factor that I feel that holds us back, that guilt. Okay, so especially when you are a mother, it is very very natural that the guilt will come in. If your child is not doing well in school, the guilt will come in. Oh, I'm not spending enough time. Okay, and if you spend a few hours away from the kids and just be on your own, again you will feel that guilt. Am I good mom or not? So this is very very natural. And in fact, a few days back, somebody was asking me that I have chosen a daycare for my child. My child is only a few months, I think 10, 12 months or something. So am I making the right choice? I didn't know that person, but see, this shows that this guilt is so common. That lady, she must be having certain circumstances because of which she's sending her child to
Right,
the
totally.
daycare, right? But her question, she wants to understand, or maybe she's needing that validation from somebody that I'm doing right, I'm not wrong, right? So this is a
Totally.
very big factor. So what I told her is that this answer cannot be given by anyone else. If you're asking that you are right or not, this answer nobody can give you. It's only you who can give that answer. So in my
Right.
journey also, there have been incidences where I felt guilty when I'm working late in office and my child is with my husband at home. I would come home crying that what I'm doing.
Really?
Yes,
Oh my
those were the
god.
days when my daughter was, I think, 1.5 year old, and
Hmm.
would come home at 8:30 in the night because of some assignment, and the whole way I was just crying that this is very
Oh.
bad. I have to figure something out. This is bad. But eventually, then I understood that it's not the logistics that are not working. It's not that my husband is not able to gel with my daughter, take care of him, or anything, any arrangement that we make day to day, even till today when my kids are like not that young now. My daughter is 10-year old, son is 5-year old. Even then there are new challenges every day. Okay, and
To-
but by now I have understood that something or the other you will have to sacrifice. Some days you will have to prioritize work, At some days you will have to prioritize your kids, and at some days you will have to prioritize yourself. So logistics are not an issue. Your emotional up and down, emotional and mental toll that you are taking, that is actually the roadblock. That is
Right.
actually making our journey way more difficult than it can be. Okay, so as you said, is the guilt still going on, or
Yeah.
is the struggle
It's
still
like,
going on? Yes, so
yeah.
I would say that maybe we'll have to take another birth to not be guilty. Because that is so ingrained. But yes, when you
Hmm.
are aware that it is the guilt taking, you can deal with it there and then. So then you
Right.
can make the informed choices that, okay, I'm not doing anything wrong. This is the best option in front of me right now. So let's go ahead. I'm not doing anything wrong. And if
Right.
I'm missing out on something, I'll make up for it later.
Right.
Yeah.
I think, Rashmi, it is a very honest conversation with respect to you shared your emotional journey, and I'm
Hmm.
sure many of the women out there will relate to this because you are not alone. Every time you are putting, you are putting effort in your career or doing something for yourself, you can invest that time with your kids. So that guilty will always be there. But at
Yeah.
the same time, you need to understand it's you, right?
Hmm.
If you are not feeling happy, if you have some ambition and you are not able to achieve it, that
Right.
is also building a guilt inside you. So you
Yeah.
also need to nourish yourself. And I just say, like, what is inside that will come out, right? So if you are not happy with the total energy, if you are not yourself, then also it's not the right thing. You probably need to strike a balance between two.
Yeah.
And I just want to touch upon this part, that there is a lot of social uh, atmosphere or weaving as we were growing up. We have always
Hmm.
seen our mothers doing everything for us, right?
True.
And
True.
somehow, as a society, that guilt is there, right? You have to do, even if the father is there, you have to be there. Like,
Hmm.
you have to be on the important days and things like this. And I don't want my daughter to live in this way. I really want her to be more free and see both the genders as equal and not taking additional responsibility on her shoulders. So
Yeah.
I probably need to break that tie because my mother has taught me that I don't
Hmm.
want to take this forward. And if
Yeah.
I'll do that and tell my daughter not to do, then it's not, she will not
No, no, no.
listen.
You have
She
to
will
model
see,
that.
right?
You have to model that behavior so that she
Totally,
can.
totally.
Yeah.
I think many of times when I do things like this, I like, she will also learn how to live her
Yes.
life. So we are just breaking that tie, coming out of that social, conditioning where we need to deprioritize ourselves for everyone else in the
Right.
house. So I think we as a generation, we need to stand up
Yes.
and
Yes.
we'll.
And I think that is my main motivation towards prioritizing myself, because I always put myself on that position that if it was my daughter, would I want her to
Totally.
make this choice right now? No. Then
No.
why should I make for myself? Because my
Right.
parents also brought me up with that much of love and care, so
Right.
why should I sacrifice myself or my well-being just because I'm in a in a situation where I have to make some decisions. So I think
Right.
that is a good motivation factor when you start thinking in that direction, that we are trying to break a cycle. We are trying to give an environment to our kids where, because they will learn what they see, right? We have learned so many things unconsciously just because we were in a society that mothers eat later, they serve the family first. Okay, how then I'll give you an example. So when we go to our relatives place or anywhere, right? So if with my son, what has happened that my husband only makes him bathe in the morning, he'll dress him up and everything, and my our relatives are so surprised to see all of that. Oh my god, Jiju does this. So I'm like, that's not a big deal, so what? And it's not that I'm doing some other work, it's just how
It
we are.
is.
It's very natural for us that, okay, if Sharvil has to get ready, then Abhay has to do that. And it
Right.
can be that I'm just sitting and reading my book, or I'm just sitting and doing nothing also. So it's just that this is first the conditioning that you have to break in your mind, and then
Right.
the motivation can be that, yes, the kids are watching, we want them to believe that that uh, all the genders are equal, there is nothing that these are mom duties or anything that
Right.
is dad duties. So yeah.
Yeah.
That is required.
I think, yeah, a lot more dialogue is required on this front because I really want everyone of this generation to come out of it. I still talk to women, and whenever I tell them, hey, why you are eating food at 9? And then they will be like, I have to feed everyone and I have to finish this all, and then
Hmm.
only I can have my dinner. And most of the time, I will tell them, please have your dinner first at
First,
7
yeah.
and then feed everyone, because your kids can still digest at 8
Hmm.
o'clock, but you are at your 40s cannot do that, so please
Hmm.
prioritize your health first. But
True.
yeah, still I think a lot more dialogue is required, and that's how we can
Dialogue
all
and
come
role
out of
model.
this.
Role modeling
Right,
is required.
totally,
Yeah.
totally,
Because when we
totally.
see others doing something, we get that inspiration and that courage to, okay, let's also do this. So, yeah,
Right,
that is
right.
right.
I'm sure, Rashmi, you must have discussed things like this in your book, and it's a good read for all the busy professional out there, how they can prioritize their health and well-being. I also want to understand if there is a single advice you want to give to our audience. The whole group I address is usually women like us who have kids and who have work to do. So, what will be that advice?
So yeah, so single, if you ask for a single piece of advice, I think the first thing that any one of us needs to do is to understand ourselves. What I see normally people do that, okay, that lady is doing this, this is working out for her, let me also try this. Okay, she has started a career. Okay, she is not working, so we'll just try to find out that what other people are doing, what is working out for them. Maybe we'll also do the same thing, and that's how it will work out. But I think the first and foremost requirement is that we understand ourselves, our situations. So not run away, because normally what happens, if you see somebody else who is getting a good support from her home, okay, so and then you will be like, okay, she has supportive family, that is why she is able to make time for herself, right? But what I want to say is that let's forget about everyone else and let's start thinking inward, right? That what are our situations, what are our roadblocks, or what pulls us back, and then start thinking that what are those areas where we really want to focus and why. So if we understand ourselves to that extent, then that journey towards making time or achieving your dreams or anything else becomes possible only when you know yourself well. And in the book Beyond Busy, I have kept one section which helps with that also, that why it is important to understand yourself and how you can do that. So I think that this is a very very crisp roadmap, because as I tell anyone that I've written a book, maybe this might come to mind that book, okay, it might be a leisure reading because it's about busy life, so maybe it's a theoretical or a philosophical book. But it is not, it's an action packed book where I've tried to make it crisp also, so that it's not a very long read. People don't have so much time these days. And I also love to read where I can extract something that will be helpful in my day to day life. So that is how I have designed this book, with sequential chapters where you can start with understanding yourself, understanding things around you, what is hindering you, and coming to a point where you can actually design a routine or a life that supports you in what you want to do. So,
Right. So what I understand, it's not a read how Rashmi is managing her
hmm,
life. It is you are providing tool and techniques. You are
yes,
providing formats and
right.
templates where people can understand, first discover themselves, then put it in a template, and one by one move forward,
Yeah.
and finally arrive on their own time management routine.
Yes, yes. It is like that. And one more thing, it doesn't need to be something very complicated. I have, the most hard work that I've done for the book is to keep it simple. Because I think that is the most difficult thing in today's
Right.
time, because we can all talk about jargons, about technical things. Moreover, being in construction industry, we all understand how technicalities can be deep, right? But the best thing is when you have to reach far and wide, you have to reach to the common people so that it can be beneficial for them. It has to be simple. So that is what I have tried to make it simple and people can easily accommodate in their day to day routine. That is
That's
also one of
that's
the.
amazing, Rashmi. Tell us from where we can get this, from where we can order that.
Okay, so this is available on Amazon, on Flipkart also for people in India. But otherwise, it's in paperback and Kindle, both versions, all across the world. You can, order
Or-
wherever you are, and I can provide the link. You can put it in
Yes.
the
So what
description.
I'll do, I'll put it the link in the description so people
Yes.
can order this book. I am so happy to discuss this. By discussing this, I was just thinking, okay, I can order it here as well, and
Yeah.
probably I can, listen to it. But that's so amazing, Rashmi. I am sure. I wish you a lot of luck, and I really wish that your voice reached to many women out there, because this is a place where I think women are going through a very tough life, because they still carry the baggage what we have received from our mothers. My mother never worked, so she doesn't understand the requirement of a working in a company. And at the same time, we are carrying this additional burden where we want to be at par with our male
Male
colleagues. We don't want to
counterparts.
look,
Yes.
we don't want anyone to look at us and feel like, oh, not her, right? She
Hmm.
is not there. So yeah, it is a challenging phase, and a book like this where you are putting tools and technique across, where people can discover first about themselves and then build over it, rather than replicate someone else's life.
Yeah.
I think it is going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to reading this, and
Thank you
thank you,
so much.
thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Nidhi. And it was such a lovely and pleasurable time talking to you after such a long time, because in our busy routines it becomes very difficult to, even chat for a
Right.
while. So yeah, I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I was trying to prepare something for this discussion today, although I was at work till the evening and I was like, I haven't even planned anything. But yes, I was going through a few notes that okay, I'll say this and that. But right now I have forgotten everything, and this has been a very
but
candid
but
and
you
frank
you are
process.
very good, Rashmi. You are very good, and you have written a whole book. And here we are just discussing in 30 minutes. You have everything on your mind. Don't worry, you're like amazing in the chat. So thank you very much. I'll just close the recording now.